So properties of fluid, any characteristic of a system is called a property. जो हम property already पढ़ चुके हैं, that like pressure, temperature, volume, and mass. The new property that we are going to study is viscosity, thermal conductivity, modulus of elasticity, thermal expansion, coefficient, electric resistivity, even velocity, and elevation. Properties are considered to be either intensive or extensive. I hope you understand what is intensive properties and what are extensive properties. Intensive properties, as I've taken your class in first year also, those properties which are independent of mass, mass of the system, those are called intensive properties, and extensive properties are those properties which are dependent on the mass of the system. Some of the example of intensive properties are temperature of the system does not depend on the mass of the system. If I am here and some kid is there, the temperature does not depend on the mass of that particular person. Pressure भी उसके mass के ऊपर depend नहीं करता है. Density also. Extensive properties depends on the size of the or the extent of the system. Total volume, total mass, and total momentum are some of the examples of extensive properties. The first term first property of the system that we are going to study is density or mass density. Generally, we know that density is mass per unit volume. So density of the mass or mass density of fluid is defined as the ratio of the mass of the fluid to its volume. ये आप सबको पता है that density is mass per unit volume. Thus, mass per unit volume of the fluid is called density. It is denoted with rho. Right? The symbol of the rho is in front of your screen. The unit of mass density in SI unit is kg per cubic meter. That is written again on your screen. The density of the liquid may be considered as constant while the gas changes with variation of pressure and temperature. तो लिक्विड का जो डेंसिटी है वो कांस्टेंट रहती है, लेकिन जो गैसेस की है वो प्रेशर और टेम्परेचर के साथ वेरी करती है डेंसिटी. ठीक है, ये चीज़ याद रखनी है. डेंसिटी जो लिक्विड की रहेगी वो कांस्टेंट रहेगी, लेकिन जो गैसेस की है अगर वहाँ पे प्रेशर और टेम्परेचर बढ़ रहा है तो वहाँ पे डेंसिटी चेंज हो सकती है. तो मैथमेटिकली रो इज इक्वल टू मास पर द वैल्यू of density of water is 1 kg per centimeter cube or 1000 kg per meter cube. ये आपको याद रखना है 1000 kg per meter cube. That is being going to be used in numericals again and again. 1000 बाद में मैं 1000 put करूँगा and you will ask me what from where you have taken this 1000. So you must remember that the density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. The density of substance in general depends on temperature and pressure. The density of most gases is proportional to pressure and inversely proportional to temperature. So in case of gases, the density is directly proportional to pressure and it is inversely proportional to temperature. What is the meaning of this line? That if you increase the pressure of a gas, then density will increase directly proportional to that. If you increase the pressure, density will also increase. But in case of temperature, if you increase the temperature, the density will decrease. It is inversely proportional to temperature. That means if you increase the temperature, the density will decrease. Liquid and solid, on the other hand, are essentially incompressible substances. Liquid and solid, on the other hand, are essentially incompressible substances, and variation of their density with pressure is negligible. तो अगर लिक्विड और सॉलिड की बात करें तो वो इनकम्प्रेसिबल है, तो उनका अगर टेम्परेचर या प्रेशर इंक्रीज करें तो उसके ऊपर कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Specific weight and weight density. These are some of the terms that I am going to ask you in the next lecture. So try to cram these terms: weight density, density. Specific weight or weight density of the fluid is the ratio between the weight of the fluid to its volume. Specific weight or weight density of the fluid is the ratio between the weight of the fluid to its volume. पहले हमने किया था density और mass density. Density or mass density. Now we are doing specific weight or weight density. This is the difference between these two terms. Mass density and weight density, right? Thus the weight per unit volume of the fluid is called weight density and it is denoted by the symbol W. W is weight of the fluid divided by volume of the fluid. Weight of the fluid divided by volume of the fluid. Generally, rho is mass per unit volume and weight density is weight of the fluid divided by volume of the fluid, weight per unit volume. You can call it that way. mg divided by volume of the fluid. This is the difference between specific weight and density. I hope you have understood this. Rho g is the formula for specific weight or weight density. If you have any question, you can ask me. Any questions?
सर ये पीपीटी क्लियर नहीं है, बाद में ग्रुप पे भेज दीजिएगा.
Who is speaking?
निर्मल.
Huh?
निर्मल पौडेल.
Nirmal,
जी सर.
I will clearly tell you that I am not going to share you right now. Once
Okay,
this
sir.
chapter is complete, I will share it definitely.
Okay sir.
Because अगर मैं अभी share कर दूंगा तो this PPT is for complete lecture. So there is a doubt that some of students may not be interested in attending the rest of the lectures. So जब ये chapter complete हो जाएगा, then I will share this PPT with you, definitely, but not now.
Okay sir.
Instantly नहीं करूंगा, लेकिन कर दूंगा मैं आपको, ठीक है? जब ये chapter complete हो जाएगा. It is only because some students have some thinking that notes आ गए, we need not to attend the class. I will share these PPTs with you. I have a complete PPTs of the whole syllabus. आपको turn by turn आएंगी. Once this chapter is over, you will get the PPT of this chapter, right? If you want some time to note something, you can ask me in between. आप particular formulas को note कर सकते हो, because each and every lecture, जब भी कोई lecture होगा, उसके जो next lecture होगा, उसमें से आपको कुछ ना कुछ पूछा जाएगा. You know that there are polling process is there, and polling is having some marks out. तो poll में जो result आ रहा है, there is some change in the Zoom also. तो हमें exact बताएगा किसने क्या आंसर दिया है, right? तो there will be some marks also. जनरली मैं वही पूछता हूँ जो मैं इस लेक्चर में करा रहा हूँ. जो सेकंड शाम वाला लेक्चर है, उसमें जो पोल्स आने वाले हैं 3-4, तो इसी में से क्वेश्चंस होंगे. तो इफ यू वांट टू राइट समथिंग, यू कैन राइट along with that. After asking me, sir, can you write this? I think you must write the formulas for these particular specific weight is W is equal to rho g. ये फॉर्मूला आप याद रखें या लिख लें. Okay, shall we move ahead or you want to me to wait for a while?
Sir, please wait.
You want me to?
Sir, wait.
Okay. So next property of fluid is specific volume. specific volume of a fluid is defined as the volume of a fluid occupied per unit mass. Per unit mass of a fluid is called specific volume. Specific volume is volume of the fluid divided by mass of the fluid. And it is further equal to 1 by rho. Specific volume is 1 by rho. Inverse of density. Rho क्या होता है? Density. 1 by density. Mass per unit volume is this density, and specific volume is volume divided by mass. Just keep it in your mind that specific volume is volume over mass, and density or mass density is mass per unit volume. It is a reciprocal of that, 1 by rho. Thus, specific volume is reciprocal of mass density. It is expressed in meter cube per kg, and it is commonly applied to gases. You want to write? You can write. जो आगे वाली property that we are going to do is specific gravity. So specific gravity is defined as the ratio of weight density of fluid to the weight density of standard. Right? आपको standard fluid की density यहाँ पे अगर आपको निकालने के लिए पूछा जाए what is specific gravity of a particular fluid, in that particular case आपको उस particular substance की standard की weight density आपको given होगी. For liquid, the standard fluid is taken water, and for gases, the standard fluid is taken as. तो जो standard fluid हम जनरली यूज करते हैं लिक्विड की केस में वो वाटर होगा और गैसेस की केस में एयर होगा. So specific gravity is also called as relative density. It is dimensionless quantity and is denoted with symbol S. So S for liquids is weight density of liquid over weight density of water. For gases, weight density of gas, weight density of air, particular gas, right? Thus the weight density of liquid is S into weight density of water, that is equal to S into 1000 into 9.81. So weight density of liquid will be equal to weight density of water, that is equal to 9.8 into 1000. ये हमें याद, मैंने आपको भी बताया था. Density of water we will take 1000 and 9.8 is G, 9.81. तो वहाँ से S into 1000 into 9.8 आ जाएगा, and density of liquid is S into 1000 kg per meter cube. Now specific gravity. If the specific gravity of a fluid is known, then the density of the fluid will be equal to specific gravity of the fluid multiplied by the density of the water. For example, the specific gravity of mercury is 13.6, hence density of mercury is 13.6 into 1000, 13,600 kg per meter cube. There is some numerical, you can try it. सबने ये करना है. अगर